Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my very first movie review. Today I'm going to be talking about a simple little film called The Lord of the Rings Trilogy. Yeah, real little. So, basically, yeah, nice 9 hour theatrical version, 12-hour extended version, nice and little. So what to do about that? Let's just make an 8-minute video. That'll be perfect to cover it, right? Okay, yeah, it's probably going to be real brief. I'm going to do some more in-depth ones later. Um, Eventually, I'll probably link those two here. But for now, this is what we got. Um, let's get started. Okay, so what's it about? It's about, um, well, a magical ring that was introduced in The Hobbit, and it's got to get destroyed over. It's got to get destroyed. They got to take it to Mount Doom, and a lot of stuff is happening along the way. Sauron's building up power. So, yeah, initially it starts off. Hey, it's just Frodo and his Hobbit buddies, Sam, Merry, and his cousin Pippin, and they're heading down. They're just going to bring the ring to Rivendell and call it good. They make it out of the Shire after some trouble, and as soon as they get out of the Shire, they run into Aragorn, who helps them make it to down to Rivendell. And along the way, they run into the Ringwraiths, and Frodo gets stabbed. Ran into him a few other times, but they managed to avoid him all other times until this point. Then once they finally get to Rivendell, things are safe for now, but they realize it's not going to stay that way, and they're going to need a more permanent solution. So the ring needs to be taken to into the heart of Mordor and thrown into the pits of Mount Doom. So they have to figure out who to take it. And there's a lot of fighting over all that until Frodo finally volunteers to take it, which is a big task for the little guy. So 9 people end up getting sent out, including Frodo and his Hobbit buddies. They make it most of the way there. They make it almost all the way to the gates of Mordor when they all get split up. So from there, Merry and Pippin get kidnapped. Legolas and Aragorn and Gimli, they all go tracking after them. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But then even those guys split up. Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli gave up on tracking them and instead went to go fight the whole battle of the Battle of Helm's Deep. So they went and fought that. Meanwhile, Merry and Pippin are off dealing with Treebeard and the Ents, taking on Saruman over at his nice little castle there. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but Isengard. There we go. So yeah, taking down Isengard, and after that, they end up meeting up after all of that's taken care of. Meanwhile, Sam and Frodo are off taking the ring down to Mordor. They run into Gollum. Eventually, they run into Boromir's brother Faramir. Then next thing they start to cross over into Mordor, and right as they're just crossing over, they realize that they're having a little bit of problems. Gollum betrays them, and that doesn't go so good, so kind of sucks. So you end up thinking that Frodo's dead after they get attacked by Shelob the spider. So, yeah. So after they realize, so they think Frodo's dead. Meanwhile, back to the rest of the gang, they're making their way to Minas Tirith, where Faramir has already headed back there. They realize Frodo's still alive, which is good. They get a big old battle over there at Minas Tirith. Really, really intense battle, lots of orcs and stuff. After they finally win that, which was a pretty intense battle because we really weren't sure what was going to happen exactly. Pretty well broken up there. Then they decide, okay, we got that taken care of, but we still got the problem with the ring and that. So they head to the gates of Mordor to try and distract Sauron for long enough to give Frodo a window. And as soon as they hit the gates, they realize they get shown a bunch of Frodo stuff and they go, ah, crap, Frodo's probably dead. So they're fighting on. Granted, I've broken this up a little bit different, more out of the way the books have gone, but anyways, I think it's a little bit more suspenseful. But anyways, then after that, you see Frodo and Sam, they're making their way to Mount Doom. They eventually do throw the ring into the fire, and everything is good. Gollum ends up dying right around then, and yeah, they just end up saving the day. And as soon as they do that, the battle that the rest of the guys were having just sort of ends, and it's just all good. And then they all go their separate ways, and Frodo takes off and goes far away, and Sam lives happily ever after. So that's basically the entire plot of all three movies, summed up in like 5 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot more going on there than just that. I mean, they were some of the best movies I've watched. Huge fan of the movies. Uh, but yeah, I'm going to do some much more in-depth videos on this. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Is they made it to Minas Tirith, and well, they made it. Oh, yeah, of course they made it there. But sorry, a little hard to talk. But anyways, yeah, it was a good, happy story. It's about friendship. It's about a lot of stuff, really. So yeah, it was a pretty good movie, all in all. Uh, don't know what else to say beyond that. Look out for more videos in the future. Uh, Comment on the video. Give me a like. Subscribe to the channel. Anyways, I'm Mitch. I'll be seeing you.